Ananzaki last updated 11/27, December 5, 2017. Wine Marlborough General Manager Marcus Pickens says the wine sector needs more workers across the board. Marlborough is going through near record low unemployment, but that means there is nobody to fill the jobs needed in the wine industry. The unemployment rate for Tasmania St Marlborough East Coast was 2.2% in the September 2017 quarter. The only time the region recorded a lower unemployment rate was September 2004, when it was 1.9%. Wine Marlborough General Manager Marcus Pickens said more workers were needed across the board, and it was not just low-skilled workers needed. Read more worker shortage crisis needs industry-wide action. Top of the South, unemployment lowest in New Zealand. There are a lot of other vacancies right through the sector. That's just the wine sector. There's an acute shortage of machinery operators, people who can lead people in teams in vineyards, people who can do accurate counts of yield estimations, so it requires a lot of understanding of numeracy and literacy to do those things. Plus, to lead a team you need other skills as well. And then there's all the support services, and right through the wine business there are so many roles that people need to fulfill, from sales and marketing to finance, HR, and the list is endless, he said. The wine sector had already exceeded the forecasted number of workers needed. At its first Labour Summit in July last year, Wine Marlborough estimated that total worker numbers would increase from 8,325 to 10,304 in 20,192,020. That was made up by a required increase of 34% in summer RSE workers and a 36% rise in winter RSE workers, but the demand from the summer workers for the 20,172,018 season was already 55% higher than it was in the 201,617 season. However, region was on target for the forecast 36% growth in winter RSE workers. The Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment confirmed the number of jobs in Marlborough was forecast to grow in the near future. While we don't forecast regional unemployment rates, we do forecast regional employment growth, and over the next 3 years, we expect in Marlborough to have the highest employment growth in percentage terms, with employment increasing by 3,600 or 3.5%, a ministry spokesperson said. Pickens also believed the wine sector needed to look pay rates. I think we have to be transparent in that as well and look at all these rates. I don't think we have to shy away from that. The challenge for us is how do we pass on those increased costs through the price of our wine to the domestic consumers and the international consumers. You know, you can't just keep eroding margin to pay more to everyone who deserves it. Everybody deserves to be well paid, he said. Industry and economic leaders in the region needed to come together and make a plan to combat the shortages of workers, Pickens said, so the leaders of our own regional economy can come together and really put all those pieces together to give us a snapshot of now and between 5 to 10 years. After that, we actually have to formulate some plans. How are we going to resolve it? What are we going to do about the challenges of getting people to live here? It was also easy to confuse this as a top of the South issue, and the region needed to change the perception and needed national attention. Pickens said, if this happened in Auckland, the government would be in there, rolling the sleeves up, boots and all, to do something about it. For some reason Marlborough is a small community, and HASNT had the national focus. We sort of get swallowed up in this Nelson, top of the South problem. The Marlborough community needed to talk about the shortages more in order to get the country's attention. Pickens said, it does take a community to highlight this issue beyond our community. We're talking to our own community. We need to be talking to New Zealand and our leaders in government that there are acute shortages as Marlborough. The Marlborough